Okay, it is almost 8 o'clock. Michelle goes to bed in exactly half an hour. Goal is to have my lunch, her lunch, and Doug's lunch done by the time before she's got to go to bed. Doug is having meatloaf and broccoli for tomorrow's lunch. I'm having salad, and I'm going to use some of the chicken from tonight's dinner, and Michelle's going to have, I don't know what. Have not gotten that far. And once again, we live in California, and let me show you what is going on right now. It is almost 8 o'clock, and do you hear it, people? Do you hear it? What is that? Rain! I cannot get away from the rain enough. I'm done. No more rain. And my smoke alarm went off a little while ago because there's something that spilt in the bottom of my oven, and I've got lights on all over the house. Let's take care of the lights. Michelle's already taken a shower. She's ready for bed, pretty much. I just gotta make lunch. So it's time to make lunches. My lunch bag looks like this. This is what I take. This is what I use. It's kind of dirty. I need a new one. Psst, husband, I need a new one. If it comes in purple, it's all good. As I wear pink. Michelle's lunchbox looks like this. This is standard kid lunchbox. Hers is LOL. Right now in her lunchbox, there's string cheese for tomorrow. I need to get her a napkin, though, because she needed one earlier today. There wasn't one in her lunchbox. Let me get one for her. Boop, boop, boop. Napkin. So, there's her napkin. She gets a juice box. So, let's get her juice box now. If I can find a juice box. There's one. She's going to end up with 100%. Her lunch will have 100% juice, apple juice. Capri Sun. Because that's the easiest thing for her to drink at school right now. Yeah, I think all the ones I have are that. My lunch is always something crazy. So let's get Doug's done because I'm making him meatloaf. And the man loves his meatloaf. I just got all the salad components out. I'm going to make the meatloaf in this pan. Let me try to get some of this, water out. I'll let the bloody juice be in the bottom of it because it just makes it easier for me. That goes everywhere. As it gets thrown everywhere. I use paper towels a lot, you'll notice. So, I use 1 egg in this. Gross. It's like one of the grossest things I make. And I need, where are they at? Are they on this side? They're right here. And I use the Progresso Italian style breadcrumbs for his, for it because they're already seasoned. So I don't have to season too much more than this. That's good. I do add pepper to it, which you gotta season everything. It's raining hard enough I can hear it on my oven vent. And because this is like a lot of meat, I really put quite a bit of pepper in there. And this is one of those little cheap ones I like. I love it. I would like a really nice one like this, but Costco hasn't had one lately. I'm going to use the pink Himalayan salt, which is really beneficial to him. This will benefit him in the long run. It's actually coming down pretty hard. It sounds like hail. Let's walk outside and see why it's... Let's see what's going on, because I've got... Oh, the drop's just that big? It looks like hail. Let's put our hand out and find out. I think the raindrops are just that big. Can you see it? There's really big raindrops. Look at that. As I block it, you can hear it. Oh, right here. And it's cold. Ah! Those are some big drops. I mean, any colder, I think this would be hail. But they're raindrops, not hail. If it was hail, that's actually really cold. I mean, I'm like, look at it. You hear that? These are big drops, actually, so I'm actually surprised. I'm done. I'm over the thing is, I'm over the rain. I'm over it. I think Michelle's over it. And it's, I'm done with the rain. Can we not have more rain? That's why I don't live up north. I can't stand the rain. I can't stand the cold. So, there's that. The Italian breadcrumbs, I do a little bit more onion because I don't put fresh onion in it anymore. That's a lot of garlic. That's fine. I just spilled garlic everywhere. That's okay. I just spilled garlic all over my kitchen. So I wasn't paying attention. Joy. I use, and if you guys are questioning, I use mason jars like this for majority of my spices, just because it's easier to keep them stored and fresh. And when the breadcrumbs get low enough, maybe a little bit more. The only thing that this is missing is the almighty ketchup. I'm gonna get a fork and mash this together because I don't like to touch things that are gross. And as much meat as this is, I don't think the overpowering of the amount of stuff I put in this. I may actually have to put more in it. And it's still frozen in the middle, of course. This is going to go into 2 miniature loaf pans. I'm actually going to put a little bit more breadcrumbs in it. I was using cornflakes and Ritz and all that fun stuff, but when I started finding this, I was like, so happy. I feel like I've mixed this really well. Normally I would use my hands, but I'm just not in the mood to touch raw meat today. And I promised him he could have meatloaf. I dislike meatloaf, so when I make it, it's for a Thursday meal. It's not for him. And he's like, oh. He already knows he's getting that. He also wants broccoli for dinner with his dinner tomorrow. Meatloaf and broccoli is exactly what he's going to be having tomorrow. So these are the pans I'm using. I always use these ones because they're really nice. So here we go. So I'll put them in there. I do spray these. They're non-stick and all, but the amount of ketchup that I put on these things is a lot. And I kind of like to have the idea that, well, I don't want it to stick to my my pan. So this is just, what works for us. And I just portion it out between the 2 pans. Because it'll take a little while to cook. It takes about 45 minutes for these to cook all the way through. And with the amount of ketchup I put in these things, they are full normally. So let's get them full. Sometimes, today may be one of those instances I just, I put them on a baking sheet just so that if they do decide to bubble over, because they can. Not that they will, but they can bubble over. And this one's a little bit fuller than the other one. That's okay. I just want to make sure there's no bubbles and, And so, there's that. that is done. That's trash. I'll make that my trash bin for right now. And the almighty ketchup. I never do it 2 times the same way. That's exactly what I do. That's exactly. I don't like I don't even like ketchup, so for Doug this is like a once in a while I make this for him. I used to make it a lot more often, but he bought me an Instapot. And I'm not about to make meatloaf in the Instapot. So that's gonna go in the oven. So watch this. Oven it goes. I have a little short pan. When I say short, it's the smallest, a half sheet. It's a quarter sheet. Those will go in. I'm gonna let that do what it's gonna do. And I'll put some of this stuff away. So now that Doug's lunch is almost finished, all I gotta do is left to do is the broccoli. And the broccoli shouldn't take any time at all to do. And I kind of clean up as I do each person's lunch. It works out really well. So Michelle's lunch is very different than mine, in the fact that mine's a salad. So I use a Snapware container for mine. A towel mess. I always make a mess when making the salad. I don't know why. And I just have raw meat on my counter. So, and there's nothing on the counter. Yeah, there was nothing on the counter. But I'm gonna put this here though. I try to use the same container multiple times in a week. And we're gonna start with all the produce. I cut up a ton of produce normally for my salad. And we're just gonna go with it. I'm gonna pull out an extra vegetable. So I pull out my carrots. My good knife is missing my good knife. Where did it go? It's not there, so it's gotta be in the sink. I have a really good knife I use for cutting, and I don't see it in my strainer. Meaning that Doug probably used it last. Stick it in here. I dislike when I can't find something. It's probably there. There it is. Found it. I've got like a set of like 4 knives I like to use when I'm cutting up my produce for my salads. Here we go. I did show you my lunchbox. The rain seems to be slowly trickling. I kind of just start with my base of carrots. So I start with the carrots. I could easily eat them like this, but I choose to eat them smaller because I can have, smaller bites. And I just drop it in my bowl. I think my bowl's right here. And by the time that I'm done with that, my whole bowl should be pretty full. Ah, those carrots moved. Yeah. So this is my. I look at the size of things. Those are extra, so I might throw those in Michelle's lunch, or Doug's. So while I'm sitting here, this apple gets cut up also, and this does not go to waste. If you wonder, we have roaches. And they are for the lizards. They're food for the lizards, like I've said before in the past. They do as good as we do sometimes. They eat the core down to nothing. So I just sliced this apple really thin. That's Doug's for tomorrow. But this is my apple, and I cut it really small because it turns out to be little cubes. So it's little pieces like this, like little chunks of apple. And I can hear Michelle's thing going off. Looks like I got myself. I didn't get myself though. So I started with just a little bit. Nothing in our house really goes to waste anymore. Like, I'll do Doug's celery for tomorrow. He'll want celery as a snack. And all this leafy greenness will go to our lizards. I'll put this in a bag. And I'll chop it up for them and they'll get it. I try to prepare for them as much as possible. And some things I just can't force anybody to eat. But yeah, I throw a little bit of everything in my salad. So here's my salad. So this is my go-to. The carrots I'll probably throw into Doug's with his celery for tomorrow. And Doug gets celery and peanut butter as long as I have celery. And when I don't, he gets the normal carrots and everything else. I could save this stuff for other things, but it's not worth it. I have to take care of those, prepare those next. That goes into a... Doug's stuff goes into it. This is his apple for today, for tomorrow. And I'll be ready for him for tomorrow. Because he'll make his own lunch tomorrow. Because I will not be here to make his lunch. And I have a container inside his lunch. In there, so... He also likes cucumber, so I'll put celery and cucumber together. This is an English cucumber. And with it being an English cucumber, I don't have to peel it, which is really nice. And I'm probably going to Ziploc bag a good chunk of this. And our lizards eat this stuff, so do our roaches. So really, it doesn't really go to waste because it does go in my salad too. And I'll take a few slices of this and just put it in my salad. I kind of put whatever's on hand in my salad. And I do it all at once. I just put it all together. And I use ranch. I don't, you know, I'm not super picky. That's going to go in the container. So I'll put some of them in here for tomorrow. But... I know that Doug's going to want this tomorrow. I'll put that to the side, and he can have those tomorrow. And I'll put these in he can have them when we're out on, he can have them out while we're visiting his dad. And, I'll put celery in that one. So, while I got the grapes out, I'm going to take care of the grapes for both me and Michelle. Michelle gets a smaller bag than I do because, well, she's littler than I am. And if we find any bad grapes, I just kind of put them to the side. Our lizards will eat them. 4, 5, 6. She'll get her grape. And these are huge grapes. So here's hers. She'll get an applesauce. She'll get a Z-bar. I put more in there because she does eat snack on the way home. She'll get this. And whatever else is, whatever else kind of gets her at the point. I'll take some grapes also. There's a couple bad ones. The bad grapes I'm just putting to the side. I'll cut up for the lizards in a minute. And I do take the stems out. And we're coming up on Michelle's bedtime, so I do eat more than she does, so that's mine. I'll put that in my lunchbox, just behind you guys. And I'll put this back in the fridge. And we might be able to get one lunchbox in the fridge tonight, which will be Michelle's, and I'll probably throw my salad stuff next to it. So the other thing I put in my salad is put this stuff on top. And I throw the cheese in there now. I love cheese in my salad. I think it's a great way for me to get protein. And that's my salad so far. So let's add this. A bunch of lettuce. And I use just whatever bag lettuce I want. This is a salad kit, but the salad kit has blue cheese. I can't have blue cheese. There's that. We eat a lot of salads, so this will never go to waste. I feel like my salad's getting really full. These are baby mozzarellas. I love mozzarella cheese. Being Italian, you gotta love mozzarella cheese. My great grandmother came from Italy when she was young, and when she was in her teen, she was 16 when she came to the United States, and she taught me a long time ago, before she passed, that eating Italian was a way of life. It's not. So, as I've gotten older, I've kind of understood that while talking to my grandfather. His mom was really Italian, so talking to him always made me feel better, and it still does to this day. My grandfather was brought up in an Italian household, and he was one of 4 kids, and he's the last one in his family, besides my uncle, who is also... My uncle doesn't associate with being Italian, but I love my grandfather. I'm going to put my hand right into this chicken. And this chicken was so good tonight that I'm just going to break up. I'll probably cut it up a little bit. My grandparents are still alive to this day. My grandfather and my grandmother are still alive, and my grandmother was brought up German. So I was brought up Italian, part of the family. I just lost my German grandmother last year, late in September of last year, which was really... Great grandma's passed away. At one point, we had 5 generations of women in our family, so it was a deal. She taught me a lot of great lessons, and I love it. The women in my family are very strong, and I go through a lot of ranch. So there you go. So you see how full my salad is. I put this on top, and I got the lid over here, and I smush it all down. There you go. That's pretty much my full lunch. I have got grapes, a fig bar, and a candy, and that'll all go in the fridge, and then I'll pack up the rest of my lunch tomorrow. So look for it on Instagram, a picture of my lunch. Here, so here's that. This is done. Michelle is not quite done. I think I'm going to give Michelle the carrots. Yes. She'll eat them. And she might get a bagel. So I might give her a bagel in the morning, depending on what she has for breakfast. But that's our lunches. That's how we do lunches around here. Doug normally takes a lot more, a lot for lunch. But on a Thursday, that's tomorrow, he gets a hot lunch. And he actually has a container. I'm actually going to do celery now. I'll show you guys how to do that real fast. The celery, because he doesn't like strings in his teeth. There you go. I cut it down the middle. And this also depends on how much he brings home tonight. So I'll put this in a container also, like I did the cucumbers. Just because I don't know what he's bringing home tonight. He said he didn't have any cucumbers left. So, yeah, there you go. It's all ready to go. I'll put it in a Ziploc bag or container so he's able to make his own the rest of his lunch tomorrow. Doug's lunches are really hard to photograph and do unless I'm home to do them. So we'll see. This weekend, I don't know what we're doing. Besides, there we go. So yeah, and I know that for him, it's a lot easier. You can see the strings. So I just kind of trim and cut. And now I'll go in a bag. It's all trash. But yeah, there we go. Like I said, nothing really goes to waste around here. This had a cucumber in it. That goes right back in it. But yeah, I'll put all this stuff aside. I'll pull it out what he wants. And tomorrow I'll take a picture of what our lunches look like. So apples ready to go, cucumbers ready to go, and yeah. Hopefully you guys have a great day. And this will go into a snack bag right here to be added to my lunch. If it doesn't have to be refrigerated, I'm going to stick it in my lunchbox now. Because I think there's a fork in my lunchbox too. There is a fork in my lunchbox. And these don't have to be refrigerated, so I'm going to stick them in there. That's a treat in a fig bar if I need them. But that's kind of how we do lunches around here. Doug's got a spot in here, and it's an empty container which has my strawberries in it. I already have strawberries ready for tomorrow. Strawberries are ready for tomorrow. And I did send Doug with a container of his own strawberries. So mine are going to go right there with my grapes. So I got 2 servings of fruit and a lot of vegetables. You guys can see me in the window back there. So there's mine. Yeah, just putting things back. Getting things ready because Michelle has to go to bed and I still have things to do around the house. With the celery already cut up and the cucumbers ready, Doug's ready to go. His cucumbers are already in his lunchbox, in his lunch area. I'll put the celery up here. He has his area. He has a bin right here that I stick things in. And we got bagels for tomorrow. She wants bagels. She can have a bagel tomorrow. And that's about it. I'll save this apple for the roaches for tomorrow. I don't know if they've eaten or not, so I'll have to go look to see if they ate what I put in there yesterday. We try to keep them healthy. They love liquid, so while I've got you guys with me, let's go look. Got a dog here. He's in my way. You really can't see. Put that there. Let's see if there. I did put a big, huge cucumber in here. We got to go make Michelle's bed here shortly. Oh, wow. They inhaled it. So let me see if I can turn the light on. Let's see if we can get this. So the roach tank is this right here. You guys can't really see it, but I move it out. We keep it covered because they can be really gross. They inhaled. There's a cucumber in here, so I'll show you guys. There's a cucumber. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right there. I'm going to put the apple right where it goes. And now you guys can see where the apple is. There you go. There's a cucumber. They're all hiding. They're in like hide mode, hand, whatever they're saying to their fellow friends. The lizards didn't eat today, so hopefully they'll eat tomorrow. We like them to eat almost daily. And I just keep an old pillowcase over them because the light in here does bother them. So here we go, covering them up. Stick them aside because there's food, so they're covered. Let's go find some sheets for Michelle. And it smells like the meatloaf is cooking. Michelle needs sheets for her bed tonight. And I swear to you, I've got more stuff in here than I know what to do. Sometimes. This is where all the bedding is, and I think she's going to end up with this on her bed. If that's... Oh, that's a fitted sheet. What do you know? First try. I've got puzzles and pieces that need to be, put away in the appropriate areas. I've got candles in every angle possible in here. Not that I dislike my candles, but I've got a collection of candles and they're everywhere right now. And my nails, I think my nails that goes in is cracking me up. So, yeah, that's kind of my life. Puzzles everywhere and games everywhere and pie hats everywhere possible. That's her Pepper the Pig sheet. I think that's on her other bed. JoJo's Circus, oh, she's not anymore. So I gotta find her turkey hat. I've gotta find that's a game. I have to find, I believe it's right here. Matching, pillowcase. Because there's so much in here. Things the matching pillowcase. So, on to her bedroom. This is becoming a really long vlog. I didn't realize that. It's kind of just the day in the life of what Krenza has to go through to get her kid ready for bed. And this is the Paw Patrol blanket, of course. And everybody asks, why didn't you make her own bed? She's 5. And this was her sister's day bed, which I would love to get rid of, realistically. But, realistically, I don't think so. Because if I did that, I wouldn't have anywhere to store stuff. I would move things around and store things for her. So, and really, making this bed isn't too bad. Now, making the bunk beds, that's where the struggle comes in to real life. There we go. And she doesn't sleep. She doesn't sleep with this this comforter. She sleeps with her Hello Kitty one. And I don't know where her Hello Kitty sheets are. I want to say they're probably on one of the other beds because we've got 3 beds in here. So I'm going to fold this in half and stick this right like that. And I tuck things into the wall because the wall gets cold. This is a wall that is to our exterior of our backyard where it gets very, very cold. So that gives her an extra protection of warmth. And I believe her babies are actually in the dryer, so I gotta go find those before bed. So, matching pillowcase for the matching sheets. I'm trying to make them match at least. And she needs a new pillow. I know. She needs a new pillow. But she'll pick what side she wants to sleep on. And I'll bet money that she'll sleep with this tonight. So this is the baby shark. Looks like a shark, doesn't it? She loves it. So she usually sleeps with that on her pillow because that's weird child she is. So thanks for hanging out with me while I made lunches and while I made Doug's lunch and while I kind of got things done. So it's 8:30 now and it's time for bed. So bye guys.